Hey everybody, it's Daryl back again. So it's another cold, wet, rainy day. It ain't supposed to get but 37 degrees today. And while I'm over here, I was dropping some beekeeping equipment off in this tobacco barn that we've converted into a shelter or storage unit. But we're gonna work on this today. I want to show you what we're gonna do. Well, I've come around and I've got all the joints. Hold on, man, I'll show you what we got. We're gonna come along here and cut these welds off for this plate and see if we can't get that off, because I know that floor is not going to work for a mobile chicken coop. And once I get that off, I can kind of tell what we got going on. Like I said in a previous video, I might end up shortening this thing, and the easiest way to shorten this is to get that metal floor off and figure out what we got going on. I get the metal floor off of it, we can use the backhoe to actually pick that metal piece up off of it once I get the bolts off of it, and we can start from there. If I decide to use that metal flooring or the metal outside band on that trailer, once we shorten it up, we can always take the torch or the grinder and cut it in two and weld it back together to the length that we need. So the outside of it looks good. Time will tell what the cross beams and all that other stuff looks like, because like I said, this is an older trailer, and steel that they used for the undercarriage on this thing is not the greatest stuff in the world. So we'll see if we can't get the top off of this thing and see where we're gonna go from there. We got all these welded off, but as you can see, it's also welded to the under parts of the trailer too. So we're gonna have to stop right here and pick it up one day after work. But they're welded right there in the middle too. As you can see, a lot of this stuff's rusted. I don't know if that's gonna be worth the crap or not. But there's where you can pull the pin out and shorten this thing. I don't know if y'all can tell it from the video, but that bar is a little bent. So I might try to get it out and straighten it up and fix it. But that's the pivot point for the trailer. I've got to get in there and tighten all that stuff up, because it wiggles pretty bad. There's the bolts that holds the main part of the trailer on. I could probably get under here and take those bolts out and take the backhoe and pick this whole entire bed up and flip it over on the ground and try to cut the welds loose on it then, and we can actually see what we're working with. But the only bad thing about that is I could also warp this bed by picking it up with the backhoe and flipping it over. So I don't know what we're gonna do. So I stood here for about 5 minutes talking to a camera that weren't even on. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do as far as getting under the trailer to get those welds loose. Like I was saying a while ago, we could get the backhoe and flip the bed over, but the only thing about that is I could warp it doing that. And if we end up using it, we don't want anything warped on the bed itself, because it'll be a pain in the butt to try to get back on there if we want to put it back on. So I'll probably just have to come over here one day, put some more clothes on, and get under the trailer and get dirty and cut off the welds that we can. It'll probably be tricky around the axles, but hopefully we can get them all cut off. If we can't, we'll just throw a pry bar under there and pop them loose best we can. I'm gonna take my grinder and put a wheel on it, and once I get the top off this thing and go over these axles real good, I'm gonna prime them and paint them. That way they will last for a very long time. That way, if Wayland and Weston wants to use this, when Daddy's dead and gone, it'll still be good. Or at least if they want to sell it, they maybe get a little bit more out of it. So that's gonna be it for today. When I get off work tomorrow, I might try to swing by somewhere and pick up some more stuff. That way we can work on this. It's supposed to be nasty and rainy for the next 5 to 7 days, and being I'm under this shelter over here, I can come over here when I get off work and work on this stuff and try to get it going. We're getting chicks this week. They're supposed to ship out on the 15th with it, which is tomorrow. Today's actually Valentine's Day. So I got to go home and work on a brooder for it. The one I got right now is 4x4. made out of plywood, and it actually sits on the floor. It'll be fine when we first get them, but it won't take them long to outgrow it. I've got another whole sheet of plywood at the house that I'll probably just cut in two and make it a 4x8 brooder. The walls on it's 2 foot tall, but I'll do a whole nother video on that. So let's go home, finish cleaning out a building, work on a brooder, and hang out with the wife and the kids for a little bit. We appreciate y'all for hanging out. Another trailer update, and we'll have more videos coming up. See y'all on the next one.